Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Hayden, and I like music. So today we're going to be reviewing Charlie Puth's new album that dropped like just 2 days ago, named Charlie. Charlie Puth has been one of my favorite artists for like this past year now, and I've really gotten to know his music pretty well. I'm pretty well versed in his discography, and I couldn't wait to get a listen on this new album. So I heard it before, but I wanted to review it for everybody on YouTube because the way that I listen to music is very sonically, especially with Charlie Puth. The way that he can use his voice to make a song sound a certain way, and just like kind of like give a new tune or give a new rhythm, like that really appeals to me. And so I'm just gonna point those things out, point out what I like in the music, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna review the song one by one, and hopefully everyone can get something out of this. Okay, so the first song on the album Charlie is That's Hilarious. Charlie released this as a single, and it's a pretty good song. It's not one of my favorites, but I don't dislike it, so we're going to take a listen to that really quickly as soon as I can find it. Alright, here it is.
You didn't love when you had me, but now you need me so badly. You can't be serious. That's hilarious. You're another lesson. You're just another lesson I learned. Don't give your heart to a girl who's still got a broken one. Yeah, you're delirious. That's hilarious.
Alright, so as you guys can see, that was kind of a little bit of an intense video from Charlie. I think he said something about him being a little intoxicated when he filmed this, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, just kind of a pretty good song. I did like it. It released earlier this year, so like back when I was really listening to this along with his other single Light Switch, which we'll hear later. Was liking it a lot more, but now that the album's out and I listen to it, I've got a lot more favorites. But I want to take you back to this one part of the song that I really enjoyed. This one lyric. Should be around here.
Now you put the blame in reverse.
Yeah, right here.
Trying to make me feel guilty for everything you've done. You're another lesson. You're just another lesson I learned. Don't give your heart to a girl who's still got a broken one.
Alright, so right there, that's one of the parts of the song that I like the most. That's what I was kind of talking about when I was saying like the way Charlie's can sonically change the song, or can just like establish it's not a pattern, but it's just something that can just stick with you. For me, what sticks with me is that part where he goes, don't give your heart to a girl who still got a broken one. Like lyrically it's not that deep, but the way that he sings it, it's just, well, I'll do my best impression. It's like, don't give your heart to a girl who still got a broken one. Like that right there just sets into your mind. It sets into mine at least, and that just sticks with me. So that's the defining moment of this song for me. And so that you're gonna see a lot of that, and I find a lot of that throughout this whole album. So you're gonna see me pinpoint that a lot more. But we're gonna. Besides that, the chorus was pretty nice. I mean, the whole point of the song is it's so hilarious that this girl that Charlie's singing about is kind of just playing with him. So it's just a funny joke that you break up and you want to get back together, just that kind of thing. So mostly like a surface level story, but obviously it plays to Charlie's heart. But we're gonna keep it moving. And so the next song is gonna be Charlie Be Quiet, which he released like a week before this album dropped. And the album rollout for me was kind of interesting for the song. Like I think he released I think 6 singles before he released the whole album, and that's half of the album length. It was just kind of surprising. I like a little bit of suspense, when an artist is dropping an album. So like 1 or 2 was good. I thought it was gonna be That's Hilarious and Light Switch, and then he was gonna make us wait. But yeah, he dropped like 6 songs. But this next song, Charlie Be Quiet, is one of the good ones.
Charlie, be quiet, don't make a sound. You got to lower the noise a little bit now. If she knows you're in love, she's gonna run away. But the feeling gets
All right, so that was the second track, Charlie Be Quiet. I enjoy that one. It's not a favorite of mine, a favorite, but it's still a good one. Think the part that I like the most is going to be kind of that intense drum session when it goes from like, the Charlie Be Quiet, don't make a sound, like that part, into, he's just like screaming out like, Charlie Be Quiet, don't make a sound, you got to lower the noise a little bit now. That's pretty good. I like the drums, like you can hear the I don't know if he's using like a clap or a snare right there, like right on the drop when he turns into that screaming part. But that appeals to me a lot because my dad was a drummer, and I've been taught how to drum with a set, and so that kind of stuff just like appeals to me. So I like rock music, and so this kind of gives me a little bit of flavor of that. But other than that, this track was pretty good. It's not one of the it's not on the top half. I wouldn't say it's on the top half of this album, but it is a good one. Charlie Be Quiet, solid track. So the third track on the album is Light Switch. This was the first track that was released in anticipation for this album, and it was a really good one. I know it was really good when I first heard it. In fact, the music video I thought was so good that I just knew that this album was going to be a good one. So we're going to go ahead with Light Switch.
Yeah. Why you calling at 11:30 when you only wanna do me dirty? All of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. You turn me on like a light switch. When you're moving your body around and around, you got me in a tight grip. You wanna keep me wanting you.
Alright, so that was Light Switch by Charlie Puth. That was a really good song. Loved that. Multiple moments where I felt like Charlie really used his voice to kind of connect with, I would say connect with the audience. It connected with me as far as like kind of how he layered the music and the kind of notes that he was hitting. But I want to take you back to a couple points that I just really love in the song.
Each other's.
But yeah, right
I
here.
said don't look back, but I go right back in. All of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I say I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, so right there, it's the part where he goes, all of a sudden I'm hypnotized. Like that part, like I like that build up of that note. All of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. It's like right there, that's the part that kind of switches my brain to think like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. And I watch a lot of Charlie Puth's production, especially with this whole album, the way that he laid it out through his TikToks and stuff like that. Like that, I really love that. And that transitions right into his whole light switch sample noise. So that was pretty unique use for him and the song. So that part is really, really nice. And then also, right around here, so I love how he pukes into the recycling. You can just see there's a bunch of cardboard, so all that's soiled. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I just like that part though. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and show me how you do. Like that part is another one that I'm just like, yeah, like this is what draws me to the song. Like when you listen to it again, it's like I want to skip to that part because it's just so pleasing to the ear. Like, come on, come on, come on, and show me how you do. Love that. And then he goes into this next part. And this last scene is just funny. It's very tragic for him, but like the way he films it. But I love this. Yeah, it's right there when he goes, come on, and show me how you do. But then when he adds that do, like that's just a perfect little ad lib for Charlie Puth to add in there, and it's just something that just adds a whole lot to the song. Like subtle addition, but it makes it that much better. Just for me, maybe you guys don't feel the same way, but that's just how I hear it. Yeah, just the layering that he does there. The do. Yeah. This is a good song. One of the staples of the album, in my opinion. I haven't really laid out like a top 5 yet, but this is a definite contender. So we're gonna get on with the next track, which is "There's a First Time for Everything." This one was a solid one. I only listened to this one like once or twice. It wasn't a favorite of mine, but it's a song on the album nonetheless. It wasn't a bad song, so we're just going to give it a listen right now. There's a first time for everything.
Never thought that I would actually miss you. Never thought that I'd be dying to kiss you. But maybe there's a first time for everything. Stayed up late night. We were trying our best to pretend like that when the party's done, we'll go our separate ways. Thinking about you really messes with my heartbeat. Never thought that I would crack so deep. But maybe there's a first time for everything.
Alright, so that was "There's a First Time for Everything" by Charlie Puth. Obviously. So I said that this was a good song nonetheless on his album, and I think I misspoke a little bit. It's not a bad song, but I feel like it's more of a filler. You know, I think sometimes artists, I'm not an artist myself, maybe one day, but I think sometimes they just put songs in there just to give the album a little bit more length because maybe it's more marketable, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this song definitely is, has its own qualities, but I just feel like there wasn't a whole lot of time spent on this one. And I could be wrong. I'm not Charlie Puth. I didn't help mix. I didn't help produce. But there's just, I don't know. There's something about it. Basically, the beats per minute for the song, it sounds a lot like Light Switch, like he's got that repetitious line through this song and through Light Switch. It works with Light Switch though, in my opinion. He's got a lot of production techniques that he uses on the Light Switch track that he just doesn't use here, and he runs through the chorus really, really quickly, and it's unique, but it's the "never thought that I would actually miss you," and I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but it's just very, very choppy, and he runs through it too quickly for me to like it. It's not the longest song, which not every song has to be, but this one just doesn't have a lot of quality to it, and so in my opinion, this one's probably bottom of the barrel, bottom of the album. It is one of just to the bottom. That's all I can say. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is "Smells Like Me." This is one of the best songs on the album. I'm gonna say that right now. Maybe you disagree, but here is "Smells Like Me." Alright, so that was "Smells Like Me," and if you couldn't tell, that was a really good song. It's one of the best on the album, and I'm just gonna point right here to some of the best moments of the song.
If you want, baby, don't forget about me ever. I hope the memory's killing you over there. Don't even front, you know that you just can't compare.
Yeah, so that was one of those moments again where I'm it just draws me to the song. So I hope the memory's killing you over there. Yeah. His voice just, I don't know, it just sounds really good right in that moment of the song that I'm just like, and this is what makes it good, is because those parts of the song keep repeating, so you just want to listen to it over and over again, because it doesn't take long to get from this part to the next time he repeats like that kind of line, that kind of phrasing with that kind of pitch. But that's a big one. That's when the chorus starts, right? But then he's got this other line that also I just want to say the chorus is really well done here in the song, because it's not too short, and it's actually kind of long, and I like that. Because it just gives more depth to what he's trying to say, and just to the notes that he's going to keep repeating, which is what draws me back to the song every time. So, yeah, it's going to be right around here. Yeah, it's that part right there. The, or are you lying there thinking about the way? It's even more so just the, oh, are you lying there? It's like that lying part, like he's saying lying, right? Like, are you lying there? But it's the way that he says it. Or are you lying there thinking about the way? Like, that's just, I don't know. I'm sure he didn't plan for that to be like the highlight of the song, but for me it is, and that's just where my interest goes, and that's part of the chorus. And so he repeats this 2 more times in the song, and the song's not super long. And so this is just an instant favorite for me to come back to. But I think that it's really well done. The production is good. I like the instrumentation. This part is kind of like that little dip in the song where he kind of goes to those lower notes. Or not lower notes, just he gets a bit more quiet. Yeah, right there. Just that little build-up. It's just a nice part, nice separation of the song. But overall, the song's themes are pretty cool too. Smells Like Me being like, he's got this this girl who her jacket is now completely imprinted with his scent. And so it's kind of a nice concept to think about. The cologne that he's wearing, his signature scent, is just all over her, and she can't forget. He's saying, like, I hope that she still remembers me, and even the little decoration, or the art for this track is, like, do you ever miss me when I'm gone? Like, you still thinking about me? So it's just kind of a little nod to those people, or to those times when you're in your feelings, whatever it might be. But that's what this whole album was for Charlie, was an expression of his feelings. So we certainly got that. So the next track on this album is Left and Right, with featuring, I think it's Jungkook from BTS. I'm not a BTS listener, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the feature. And I guess to preface this, I wasn't familiar with BTS. I'm not really a K-pop listener, and so the feature was a little bit interesting, because I felt like Charlie's voice was, I felt like the feature's voice was a little bit similar to Charlie's, but except it was a bit more flat. So give it a listen. I'll show you what I mean, but I just felt like it was almost needless. But that being said, we're gonna get into it. This is Left and Right.
Memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. Ever since the day you went away, so tell me how much more do I gotta drink for the pain? Did you know you're the one that got away? And even though, baby, I'm still not okay, every time I close my eyes.
Alright, so yeah, that was Left and Right. And I think I maybe misspoke a little bit earlier. It's not so much that Jungkook's voice sounds like Charlie Puth's. It's just that I just don't think it complements it very well. There's not enough of a drastic difference, but the way that he says some of his words, and I don't know how K-pop sounds, how their voices typically are. I don't really know if there's a specific vocal type that they kind of use there, but it was just kind of interesting. Let me play this part.
You went away. Tell me how much more do I gotta drink for the pain?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of his voice is almost a little bit raspy. That's nothing on him. I'm not judging his music, but I just thought that that it just didn't complement it very well. And especially when they're going back and forth on the chorus, Charlie's voice mixes with his voice. It's just kind of I don't know. It's just kind of odd to me. Maybe it's hard to put into words, but I just thought that his voice either a little bit flat or kind of like scratchy a little bit, where it just doesn't mesh with Charlie's voice well. That's my opinion on that one. But otherwise, it's an okay song. I didn't. There's not a whole lot that I was like that it really drew me in here. I think this part was probably the best. Right here. Yeah, that part. This the did you know you're the one that got away? That part is good. I like that. It's just one time in the song though, so it's not really enough to draw me in and just to say like, oh yeah, it's a favorite of mine, because it's not. But I like it. I like that part. Otherwise, this song was cool in the fact that if you're listening with headphones, you'll notice this, and I can hear it a little bit on my laptop here. But when Charlie goes, memories follow me left and right, I can hear you over here, or I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. He pans from left to right, and so it's really nice because when you're wearing headphones, right, I can hear you over here. You're only going to hear it in the left speaker, and when he switches to the other side, it's only going to hear it in your right. So that's a really cool production technique. It's not super complicated. I've actually been able to mess around with a little bit on some production software to kind of get that sound a little bit, and it's actually could be really interesting, when you use it in a song. So I'm kind of glad that Charlie was able to use it a little bit. I mean, other artists do it all the time, but they don't necessarily isolate on one side versus the other. And so Charlie was able to do that, and that was actually really neat to see. But it's not enough for the song to raise my category. So I would say that one's definitely a bottom half song. But we're gonna keep it going. The next track is it's Loser, and Loser is a good song. Check this out really quick.
Let me spin you a yarn of old Boomtown Dumpson.
This is the music video. I'm not gonna watch it. Honestly, I didn't really like it so much. I thought it was kind of weird. Didn't really factor into the song. It's like it's a western with Charlie playing two different characters. He's got the Coke freestyle in there, which I'm a Coke guy, so I like that. But that's about it. That's all the video really does for me. So I'm gonna try to find the start. I don't really want to watch this whole preface. It's like at least a minute, I think, or maybe not. But still, it's just kind of a weird intro.
3 minutes and 23 seconds.
Oh, I'm such a loser. Gotta have a loser. Oh, maybe I must have been out of my mind. I should have seen it all along. She was the one in a million. It hurts whenever someone says her name. I'll never recover. I'll never be fine.
Alright, so yeah, pretty wacky music video. I don't know what the rationale was there. Seems like every music video Charlie makes, he's got a sponsorship in there, so I don't know, maybe Coca-Cola wanted him to do a little something. I don't know. But no, this was a really good song. If I don't like the fact that he used like so many sound effects in there, like there's the one scene where he was like, he grabbed that wanted poster and like he used the bartender's like rag to like scrub like the wet stain, and it's it just kind of made that like squeaking sound. It kind of like ruined the track a little bit for me. He's like had some eagle sounds over there, and like him talking, and I'm just like, oh man, come on, you're messing with your own track. And he doesn't even have like a solo like audio up on YouTube. It's just the video. It's just this. So it's kind of disappointing. But so if you don't have a streaming service, it's tough to listen to. I do, but I wanted to show you the video. But anyways, I thought it was a really, really good song. I'm going to point to these parts. Well, first of all, I want to say, like, the chorus is amazing in the song. Like the, oh, I'm such a loser. How'd I ever lose her? Oh, baby, I must have been out of my mind. 'Cause all of that. Oh, I'm such a loser. I do this with my hands because it's like he's like just kind of pitching up and down. He's changing his notes, and it's just such a sonically pleasing way that it's I don't know, it's undeniable. This is one of the best tracks in the song. I mean, best tracks in the album. But I want to bring it back to this point.
I just can't wait. I should've seen it all along. She wasn't one in a million. It hurts whenever someone says her name.
Alright, that part. Just that little, I should have seen it all along. She wasn't one in a million. Like, that's a good part. And then I like it, the part where he goes, it hurts. Or he's like, it hurts whenever somebody says her name, but then he goes, says her name, like that part is just, where he adds those little ad libs, that background vocal that just makes the song like just sound really nice. And then there was another part. Oh yeah, I think it's right here. That part right there, and he does this a couple times in the song, which is really nice. He goes, I'm loser. Like, I don't know, there's that, like, kind of that inclination. He just like does it over again, like repeats it. But then he goes back to the loser. It's very nice. That's all I can say for that. It's very nice. And I think there was a part, maybe right around here. Yeah, I wanted to point out that I think it was a really good production technique right here for Charlie to like fade up into the chorus, like back again with the guitar, like that, dun, 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 like. It's very nice, and he just eases it back in, but it's just like another like an isolation an isolation of an instrument being the guitar, and it's just kind of just a refreshing point of the song, and it's nice to listen to. But yeah, Loser, one of the best songs on the album. We'll see. I'll give you my ranking of like top 3, top 5 at the end of this, and we'll see where that one places. But next up, we've got When You're Sad, I'm Sad. So we're gonna check this one out next. Here we go.
So I take you back, 'cause when you're sad, I'm sad. Wonder why you're calling me so late when you know I'm gonna worry. 'Cause I turn around and you're there saying, please don't go.
Alright, so very sorrowful, heartfelt song from Charlie Puth, When You're Sad, I'm Sad. I thought it was alright. It was a refreshing break from the hits that we have just been listening to through the former part of the album. Now we're in the latter half, so this is a nice breakup between like the kind of the style of song. I think this is like one of the only like sad songs on the album. Very slow, not not much to it really. Not a whole lot of melodic content in my opinion. I like the part where he goes, baby, just like that, baby, just like that. When he does those little step ups, there's like, baby, just like that. Like that was a good part. Hopefully I nailed that. Yeah, but no, it was an okay song. So definitely bottom tier for the album. We're gonna keep it moving though because the coming songs are really really good. Oh yeah. This next one is called "Marks on My Neck," and it might sound a little violent, but it's really good.
All I got left are the marks on my neck after you let me go. I let you get too close, yeah. Tried to get over you, but you dug in, and I felt it. 'Cause all I got left are the marks on my neck after you let me go. I let you get too close, yeah.
All right, so "Marks on My Neck," Charlie Puth. That was a good one. I think it's definitely top half of the album. I guess I was thinking that this was actually one of my favorites, but now that I'm thinking about it, it almost resembles a little bit of a filler song because I realize it's a lot shorter than I remember, and there's not a ton of content there, but I still really like the chorus. It's very repeatable, and it's not like too repetitious where it's like, I'm just listening to this again, because it's like all I got left are the marks on my neck after you let me go. Yeah, so that it's pretty good. You can listen to that for a bit. Man, there was that one part of the song that I actually really liked. Nope, that wasn't. 1 second. Right here. Oh yeah, just that part, like, just the "I let you get too close," yeah, that part. It's a nice one. It's a nice build up, very sonically pleasing. So that's just another instance, but yeah, I guess my view of this song kind of did change with listening to it again, but it's still a good one. It's not like I dislike it like some of the other ones. It's above Left and Right for me. It's a better one. But we're gonna move it on. The next song, okay, I swear that this one is a favorite. This one is "Tears on My Piano." Where is this one? Right here.
I'm sick and tired of singing the wrong words that you don't wanna hear. I can't get my mind off you, baby. You're responsible for all these tears on my piano. All I make is music for crying, 'cause you're the only one I want. Tell me why every song I write sounds so sad.
Okay, so "Tears on My Piano." That was a really good one. Really good. Yeah. Still affirmed with that decision. Couple big points in the song. Well, first of all, overall, I liked it. I like the way it sounds. It's a louder song, which I do like. I like when Charlie can get loud a little bit. Like that song, "Charlie Be Quiet." He gets loud a little bit, and especially in this one. I definitely enjoyed like here's the part where I really like it, and maybe this will help give some explanation. Yeah. It's that production right there. It's when he when he repeats the line, "All these tears on my piano," and it sounds like and then he starts to play the notes like the these tears. It sounds like it's in this great big like sound hall. It's hard to explain, but it's like a lot of echoing, and it's like just a lot of depth to the note, right? So he's like, he goes, "Got all these tears on my piano," and then it repeats like in the background vocal, and then it goes, all these tears on my, those notes, the these tears, those feel like it's just in this huge like music hall, but it's like boom, it's almost like raindrops a little bit, like, but just with a huge echo, like boom, doom, 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 doom. It's like I'm just getting this image in my brain that it's like that's where it's at. And so when I can see that, when a song makes you picture like something, not necessarily what the song is about, like the content, like what the lyrics are, but just when it can just bring that huge soundscape and it can create like an image of sounds in your head. When I get that, like that is when I know like a song hits, and this one does. So that's a huge point, and that repeats throughout the song. And then he goes here. This is just another little part that I like. Yeah, it's that little piano solo. It's not a solo, but when he puts more emphasis when he brings up the piano channel, like, and he does those little notes, like that's really appealing. It's nice, you know. It's right after that chorus drops off, and he just goes like, do 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 do. You know, he has that little thing. It's a cool part, and then he goes right into he takes a softer voice, but then again he'll climb back into the that kind of like shouting version of Charlie, where it just goes all these tears on my, yeah. So this is a good one. I think this is definitely top 5. I'll say that right now. Definitely top 5, maybe even top 3, but we're gonna keep pushing. The next song is I Don't Think That I Like Her, which was, man, I think that Charlie released this one like 2 weeks before, or maybe it was 3 weeks before he dropped the album, which was, the album dropped 2 days ago. But it was, like I said, the album rollout was a little bit odd, but this was a good one. I liked it. So here we go. I Don't Think That I Like Her.
Get her name and get her number. Find out all of the things that we have in common. For me, the stars are aligning, but for her, it's bad timing. So she just can't be mine. I don't think that I like her anymore, 'cause we're all the same. They just wanna see me fall apart, apart.
Okay, I Don't Think That I Like Her. That was a good one. Yeah. A couple things. I really like the drums, like I said. I'm drawn to drums, especially when it's like on a set and it's like supposed to mimic like rock and roll almost. Like that was really cool. Where it goes like, like in that latter half of the song, he did that really big roll of the drum, and so that was kind of nice. But overall, like I think he's got some guitar in there, probably get some good electric guitar, a nice drum set. You know, I don't know if he did it live or if he just produced that on the computer. Both are valid options, but the pairing of those two really did kind of define the tone for this track. But it was a good song. Let me think. What is one part? Oh yes, this part right here. Give it another listen. It might be easier for you to listen on headphones because I don't notice it as much on the laptop here. But this is a part of the song that I thought was kind of interesting, and I like to listen to this part. So if you notice in the beginning of the song, like, the chorus goes, I don't think that I like her anymore, right? But this part, his voice almost sounds a little bit muffled. Like I said, maybe it would be easier if you listen to it with headphones. That could capture like a mirror of a deeper note, because it's like a deep muffling, but it's like, I don't think that I like her. It's just that first note, this stuff. I don't think. It just gives it like a different kind of layer, a different texture almost when you listen to it, and it repeats twice, because he goes, I don't think that I like her, and then plays a little bit, and then he does it again with that same like muffling. I don't know, try to give it another listen, see if you can notice it, but it's just something different for me that was in there. But I enjoyed it. And then also the other part that I like, in the song where he goes, the woo, 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 like that was a good part, Just just that little instrumentation with his voice. Like Charlie said this before, that he really likes to include his voice like as an instrument in his tracks, and he does that. He does that a good amount in this album, but it was very evident right here with that. Ooh. So I like that. It was a good part of the song, but I don't think that I like her. Second to last track, so we got one more, and the last track is No More Drama. This is, I know I say this a lot, but this is one of the best songs on the album, possibly top 3, but here we go. No More Drama.
Baby, I was down bad, now I'm healing. Baby, I ain't even wondering about everything we could have been. Ever since you looked me in my eyes, turned around and said goodbye. Oh, I got no more drama in my life, and it's such a blessing. I'm so glad I finally realized I'm better without you.
Wow, that was a good one. A really good one. So yeah, I don't know if you could tell by the video, but I was pretty elated listening to that because, man, there is not a dull moment in that song. I've listened to it like 3 or 4 times already since it dropped, and I've listened to it again. Like, man, it is a good song. Like I said, it's never a moment where I feel like I can't be listening to this. You know, like in some of the other ones, I say, oh, the chorus really hooks me in. And they do, and so it keeps me coming back to the song. But the verses, you know, sometimes are just like a little bit dry, a little bit flat. Like I'm just like, you know, I could just skip to the next chorus. I could just keep this on loop, this little section. But for this one, it's like I want to have the whole song on loop because the verses are very well done, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if Charlie was debating releasing this one as a single, because I think this one can survive as a single totally. The only thing that I can see why he didn't is because it tells a story more when aligned with the rest of the songs in this album. But before I'm going to talk about that in a second, but I just want to go back. As you can see, like, there was, like, I can't really pinpoint parts in the song because it was just so great overall. I think this one area, maybe right here, is why I really liked.
I'll never go back to that feeling. Baby, I ain't even wondering.
Yeah, right there. The baby, I ain't even wondering. Like, ooh, wondering. Just that kind of that dipping of the pitch, or there maybe the note is a better way to say it, but just listen to that again.
Never go back to that feeling. Baby, I ain't even wondering about everything we could have been. Ever since you looked me in my eyes, turned around and said goodbye. Oh, I got no more drama in my life.
Yeah, that part. I like where, you know, like lyrically is like, you know, baby, I ain't even wondering. So it's like, you know, no regrets. He's done. It sounds like he's in a good place with this song, or with these lyrics. But I like the acoustics, the sound that he uses in the song, like that. It's almost like a maybe like a distorted flute, possibly even a violin. But like the you know, it's here. Maybe I can find it better. That thing right there. I think it's some sort of instrument that's been like distorted. That's what it sounds like to me. But that is very nice use, and the beat in the background that he uses, just the I think it's a. It's solid. Keeps you rocking all the way through the track, and Charlie performs. He performs so well here, and just the build up to the chorus every time. Oh yeah, I just want to say like the part where he just goes into it, like I got no more drama in my life, like that part just hooks you in right there. I got no more drama in my life, just where he just like kind of dips in right there, just like really. I think probably he just uses his throat a lot, and just goes, I got no more drama in my life. So it's almost like he uses his emotion a lot to make that vocal go, and it just adds a lot of depth. It adds a lot of texture to the song, and it's just something that keeps this song at the top of my list. This is top 3, absolutely. And just those background vocals, where he accentuates some of the notes, and stuff like that. He does that a lot on this album, but in the song, it's very well utilized. So that was No More Drama by Charlie Puth. And so if we go back to the very start of the song, which was That's Hilarious, you saw with the video, pretty dramatic. He's like talking about this girl, that he's broken up with, and that he's like, oh, maybe he's still got some. It doesn't really sound like he's got feelings, but she does. She's just trying to toy with him a little bit, but like maybe almost to get back at him a little bit, but just to keep him hooked in, so that maybe he's just like he's not out just like living his best life, but he just feels like he's being messed with, I think. And so it's obviously distressing, but now you go through the to that point, you go through the album, and he has a song like When You're Sad, I'm Sad. So he's like, I'll take you back. When you're sad, I'm sad, so I'm gonna take you back. But it's like, in the end, it doesn't really resolve anything. And the way the album resolves itself is with this song, with No More Drama. It's like he's just cut all ties. So it's kind of like wishy-washy in that way, especially with songs like Left and Right. Like, he's still got her, like all the way up here, but as you can see in the end, it's No More Drama. And obviously, he's got to play to an artistic performance, right? But it's just kind of interesting how it lays out. So I'll say, all in all, I thought it was a really good album. Not an all-time favorite. We'll get into that as I do some more videos. But no, it's not an all-time album favorite. But I like it for Charlie Puth. Like I said, I'm a new fan with this past year. I've gotten to know his music a lot better. But I will say, I think Voice Notes is my favorite project of his so far. And I think I like 9-Track Mind a bit better than this one too. But this one just dropped, so we'll give it some more time. But the part of the reason is because of the length. I mean, it's only 12 tracks, right? So it's kind of hard to judge it on the same level as some of his other projects that are a bit more lengthy. But yeah, no, I think that this was a well done project. My main beef with it is the rollout. I think that it could have been done much better. I don't know if there was some impact to it, like the way that Charlie chose to make each song. I know that he was trying to do more like a TikTok made album where he was dropping leaks every now and then of his production, which is fine. But my whole beef was like dropping half your album before your whole album drops. I thought that was a little weird. I think that it detracts from the meaning a bit, especially when you drop a song literally the Friday, exactly a week before you drop the whole album. I get you want to give the fans a little taste of your music, but he did that earlier this year, and that was enough for me. But he's the artist, and we're just the ones that are subscribing to his style. So yeah, but no, I think that had some really good music in here. Definitely stuff I'm going to be adding to my playlists. I got various ones, but it was good stuff, all in all. So yeah, I was gonna let me say this. I think my top 3 songs are gonna be No More Drama, no order, No More Drama, Smells Like Me, and Tears on My Piano. Yeah, top 3, and then I think Loser and Light Switch for the top 5. But I'll put that in the description of this video. So yeah, thanks you everybody who watched this whole thing. I know it was kind of a lengthy video, but if you want to see more content from me, we're gonna be doing lots of other things, lots of other music for sure. I'm a huge music enthusiast, but I also have various other interests. So you're just gonna see what I like. So if you're interested in all that, feel free to subscribe. But you all have a good one, and just keep on going. All right, goodbye.